We're live.
Yes, with our special guest, John Cena.
John Cena. Bing Chiling.
Who dat?
Have you ever seen that he does that little commercial? If I don't know how he landed it, but he's in China and he's selling ice cream and he's like Bing Chiling, and that in Chinese is ice cream. And then people like layered it with the what is it, the vine like effect whenever he
Mm,
Bing Chiling.
that's funny.
Yeah, I don't even know the rest of the. Some people can do the whole thing, but I all I know is Bing Chiling is Chinese for ice cream.
Yeah, there's no language called Chinese. You know that?
Oh, that's right. I guess it's Mandarin, right?
Yeah, or Cantonese, but it's probably Mandarin.
Ah, then in Mandarin, that's how you say ice cream, Bing Chiling. It's an old language too, so I think like some of these things probably are just new. They're just like new words that they had to invent once ice cream came around.
Right,
I mean, I guess
right. How
that's
long?
true.
How long has it been around?
I think for a while, I think it's like a pretty old language. Does it? Is it older than Latin? It might surpass Latin even in
Oh, it's
terms of
older
its
than Latin
age.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So like a lot of these things they had to come up probably for new words. I guess that maybe it's kind of like, even in Europe too, a lot of like ice cream wasn't around when Latin was made. So maybe I guess it is
But
kind of like putting it's cream from a cow that's iced. I'm assuming that's what chilling Bing might be like the cream. Chilling is like basically it just means it's the same premise.
yeah, yeah,
Chilled cream.
it checks out.
Yeah. It just kind of doesn't sound very like appetite. Like maybe it's just because of I've always known it as ice cream. But even that's kind of gross if if you never heard about it and someone was like, "Hey, you want some chilled cream?" I'd be like, "No, I'm not. Do you eat it straight? Yeah, you eat it straight. No, I don't
Chilled,
like that.
chilled cream. In Mandarin, it may very well be just something like cold milk or something. It doesn't have to be cream. It's just something dairy related and that the temperature is a certain.
I could see it. Yeah. That's even better, at least like cold milk. Then I'd just be pleasantly surprised. They'd be like, "Do you want some cold milk?" And I'd be like, "Yes." And then they'd bring me that and I'd be like, "Oh, it's I was expecting a glass of milk. This is so interesting." If someone said, "Do you want some chilled cream? Do you want some ice
Yeah,
cream?" Like, let me just throw some ice into your cream. Iced cream? I'd be like, "No, I know. That sounds disgusting. I don't want
it is
ice
it
cubes
is
in my cream."
it is pretty disgusting,
Yeah. Until you
especially because
realize it just as
the
it's
connotations of cream.
yeah. I don't want ice in milk. I guess they do
I done that.
technically do that in an iced coffee. They put iced coffee and then milk. But ice and milk, just ice and milk. I don't That's not cool.
Or it could be like solid milk. It could be.
See, that would make more sense. Why didn't they do that? Even sounds gross though, doesn't it, if you didn't know? Like as an advertising thing, if someone's like, "Do you want some solid milk or some solid cream?" I'd be like, I just imagine a massive fat piece, like chunk that they just pulled out of the milk and like and put that on the table. Yeah, I wouldn't be about that either. There's really no appetizing way, I think, to sell ice cream until you say, "Look at it. Look how it looks good." Like,
Hmm. Yeah, or you could call it like dessert butter,
oh, yeah, that is better. I think that is dessert butter.
because the butter it's already the creaminess, and then it's just add sugar basically and cold.
Yeah, except even then I'd be wondering, but I would try to put it on my toast though. I think then the use would be wrong. I'd take some home and I'd be like, "Oh, you put it on," and they'd be like, "No, don't don't do that. And I'd be like, oh, I thought it was dessert. It's the dessert
It
version
could be
of
good
butter.
on it could be good on toast though.
Maybe it could
No, it
be.
could be really good actually. Like
Yeah.
imagine like a vanilla ice cream on toast that has like cinnamon and sugar on it.
Oh, like you get some French toast and then you put like a little pile of ice cream. That would be
Mhm.
really good.
Yeah.
That would
Hmm.
work. Maybe it wouldn't work on whole wheat bread though. If it was like that really healthy bread, then it might be a little weird.
I think, dude, I think ice cream can make pretty much anything taste better. Like it's not just bread, right? It's toast. It's toasted,
Yeah.
and it like crumbles. Like it's like instead of having a topping, it's like a bottoming for the ice cream.
Mmm. See, the exception to that, I don't think ice cream could make meat or vegetables. I think that would be pretty nasty. I think there's a reason why they haven't come out with like a steak and eggs ice cream. Real steak bits inside. Can you I couldn't. Or we got the new pea ice cream. It's like mushy peas, but still terrible cuz it's mushy peas.
Mm. Well, frozen peas in ice cream could be okay.
I don't know. That's a tough sell. Maybe vanilla. No, even vanilla. I feel like it sounds so wrong. I like frozen peas, but I think like the sugar aspect,
Well, I used to
something's
put
not right.
honey on my frozen peas. That worked well.
But see, honey's okay. I feel like honey is like I don't know how to describe it. It's like honey clears, but sugar just doesn't, and neither does vanilla. Like honey's very
But
subtle. It pairs with like things that are like you think in your brain like this is supposed to be cooked in a savory way, like on like a whole grain toast, a little bit of honey. I'm like, all right, I can imagine that. But then if someone's like, you want me to turn this into French toast, I'm like, well, I think the white bread for some reason has more of a dessert connotation to it. I think that's why nobody has ever been like, let me take this super healthy toast and turn it into French toast. I think that's why every restaurant breakfast place is like, no, we got to use the really absorbent white bread. And not just any white bread too. It's like that thick, it's super thick loaf.
yeah, I think you're going a little overboard on the types of bread and how that's going to affect it. Like we used to make French toast out of healthy bread, like seeded bread, whole grain. Like we used to do that. It was amazing.
I think I actually even remember staying at your guys' house. And I remember, I think, making like a healthy version of French toast, and it was good.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? Yeah,
Yeah.
I take that back. That does work. But I think bread is an exception. Because you can make like cinnamon toast bread and
Yeah.
have it on the whole
Mhm.
grain.
Yeah, but the way I'm thinking about it is like it's like an ice cream sandwich, right? Because those exist in various forms. There's cookie ice cream sandwiches. There's like that traditional ice cream sandwich with like the chocolate on the other side. It's just it's just bread this time. It's toast. Maybe you add some spices. I think that would work well. That's your dessert butter.
You know what? Actually, it could. That could work. The only thing that here's the exception. It would work on maybe like a crispy toast or like a French toast, but you couldn't put it on rice. That's where there would be a massive mistake where someone would say,
100% disagree.
"No way." The rice is where I'd have to draw the line. There's just no way. I mean, oh man, now I'm thinking about it. There's a sticky rice that they have at like Thai restaurants and stuff like that, and they serve it with mango. Like
Yeah.
mango sticky rice. Oh man, see now I'm completely blowing this out of the water. They even like sometimes like someone get a little sticky rice and mango and then like a coconut ice cream on the side. This is you're right.
And you're mixing hot and cold too in your palate.
You're right. Yeah, it does work. You could use it as it is
Dude,
just a dessert butter.
you can put ice cream on anything, dude.
Oh, but not a steak. Like meat is where the line has to like the line crosses at any meat related item, poultry, fish.
There's no. I think meat served warm can't go with ice cream, but cold meats, I believe. Like if you had a nice salami and you
Oh,
just were
no.
eating that and then had it with ice
No.
cream. It's basically like salami and cheese is like a traditional thing, right? Salami
Yeah.
and ice cream.
But
Same, same,
no,
same.
the sweet that's like if you took a salami and then was like, let me just add extra sugar. Like there might be some meats that maybe like a teriyaki, right? There's a little bit of sugar in the teriyaki. There's that little like connection, but the teriyaki isn't like sweet like an ice
No,
cream is. It's got the savory elements. Like if a teriyaki was sweet in the way that a dessert is, it would be sickening. People would eat it and they'd it's got to be savory. In fact, that there's a reason why I like mine spicy. The sweet and the spice balance together so nicely. But if you put vanilla in there, I'm out.
what? Yeah, vanilla and salami might clash, but there's all sorts of flavors of ice cream.
True. But what flavor? Like you got vanilla, chocolate, strawberry.
Strawberry and salami is no, and I think like all the sorbets are out for meat. I
Yeah.
think we're on the same page about that. But there's all sorts of flavors. There's nut flavors. There's
Pistachio. Yeah. People do have
oh
little
there's
plates of like nuts, meats, crackers, cheese, even fruit.
maybe like maybe
Some
like a bitter ice cream like um not coffee but
Oh
maybe
no.
coffee but something bitter.
I can't think of any other like a bitter type of coffee other than like I mean ice cream other than coffee and maybe dark chocolate. I guess that a little bit more bitter. But
Ooh,
chocolate
dark
and meat,
chocolate.
that's oh yeah, that just I don't like that. Oh,
But chocolate and meat could work. I just think I
it's
think
like a
you got to get
visceral
used to some of
reaction
this.
in me. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
I'm sure they have chocolate and meat in some dishes.
No,
I'm sure they do.
no, there's
Cuz like I'm thinking like you can like eat a steak and like smoke a cigar, right? And the smoke is like biting. It's like bitter. Um and
yeah,
astringent.
true. Even like wine, like if you like a more like a strong red, someone says, "Oh, I'm gonna have a steak and then a strong red," but at the same time, it just completely like different feels. Like no one would be like, this steak goes really well with these grapes." Someone would be like, "No." But then again, it's weird because they would never say that about a steak. But a salami platter with cheese, crackers, they'd be like, "We also put some fruit on the plate that we think goes really well with this arrangement of salty and sweet aromas." But of nuts, they'd be like, "The almonds pair really well too with the aragataco cheese or whatever the cheese name is, some weird like French name. That didn't even sound French, but that would be the idea behind it. But I don't know. Those are very like specific. Like they've almost like narrowed into the subject to such a degree. You'd never find chocolate on that plate.
You could have so I think the important thing to think about here is it's not like you're pouring chocolate over the steak necessarily. That's usually what you're using butter for. But I'm thinking like the way you have the salami and the cheese and the fruit, you can also have chocolate there if someone were to want to just eat the fruit and the chocolate, right? Because fruit and chocolate are real good. I
Isn't
think
that
you could have.
that's interesting because fruit like someone might have some strawberries and some chocolate, but then you look over at a different plate, someone has cheese, maybe not strawberries, but grapes.
Cheese and grapes sound kind of fucked up.
It does sound kind of fucked up, but isn't it strange that in wine form it's normalized, But then sometimes even on a cheese platter, they'll have another platter that has like grapes and different arrangements of fruits on it. You know?
Yes. I mean that they aren't necessarily all going together. It's just most of people's needs are going to be met by that variety. I
True.
think having a nice like boysenberry ice cream as a palate cleanser between something and eating steak could work.
I could see it. As a palate cleanser, definitely. If someone starts
Mhm.
putting it on top of my steak and it melts, I'm like, I'm gonna start freaking out. That's it.
I actually could fuck with that, dude. I
No,
could I could get into that.
no,
It's the
I'd
right
leave.
it's the right fruit. Like strawberries is too like piercing. Like it's like a very smooth and subtle flavor.
You know what? Here's the thing that's throwing me off. If somebody like just scooped a thing of like boysenberry ice cream, it's like it's got vanilla and it's got, I don't know why Gordon Ramsay is serving it to me, but it's like his experiment for some reason. I don't know why, and it's melting, and I see the milk and the cream going into the steak, and like I'm thinking about the vanilla just ruining any and then it's a little bit like medium rare too, so it's like it's got a little bit, it's a little pink in the middle, and it's just soaking into it. I'd be like, oh, like, but if somebody on the other hand came by and said, this is our wonderful sauce, a boysenberry sauce, and we perfectly perfected it. It's a little savory, a little bit sweet, the perfect combination. It also has a little bit of certain sauces, like an A1, to really mix in with the steak and soak into those flavors, and pour just a little bit on. I'd accept it. But an
Yeah.
ice cream,
That's
there's no way. I couldn't
sounds
accept
like a
that.
you sounds like a you problem.
It might
I
be a
think
me problem.
I think that would be just excellent. Like a steak with a boysenberry ice cream.
No, not on top. What if someone did
Not on
that?
top. On the side. On the side,
Okay.
eating at the same time though. Like you're like,
Mm.
"Oh, I want just a bite of steak here." And then it's like, "Ooh, but there's that ice cream. It's melting. Let me try." You cut the steak, dip it in the ice cream, then eat it. Damn. Explosion in your mouth.
Actually, I don't know. This could be because here's what my mind just went. My mind just went to the milkshakes and
Yes.
fries and how I've done it. I've done a little dip of the milkshake, a little dip of the fry in the milkshake because it's like what everyone does.
Or even dipping
It's
your
good.
burger in the ice cream, dude. In the shake.
I've never done that. I see. I
Oh,
haven't
I've done
gone
that.
that far.
It's great.
See, the only thing is like, what about the ketchup and the mustard? That's the only thing. Like, maybe the beef can like substand its own. The bread, right? Certain elements can, but the ketchup and the mustard.
I'm often forgoing mustard, so half of that problem's gone away.
Hmm.
It's just basically just infusing it with sugar and sweetness.
True.
Like a burger dipped in strawberry shake. So good.
Damn, I've never tried that. I've gone as far as the fries, but I think it's
Uh-huh.
because like I even think of like the chocolate dipped potato chips.
Yeah.
Crazy combination. Crazy. It works.
But okay, but check this out. It's like it's a standard that you get shakes with burgers and fries. What's the difference between having a shake and having ice cream? And what's the difference between having a burger and having a steak? Steak and potatoes, dude, even just diced tomatoes, potatoes. What's the difference between that and fries?
That's a good point. But here's the thing that I'm wondering. If that's the case, I wonder why like some things stick and some things don't. Like I wonder if people, maybe everyone's too afraid. Maybe even everyone's thinking like I am. And they're like
People are fucking
imagining,
terrified.
yeah, how gross it would be. That, like, I think maybe what they're thinking is you put it right on top of the steak and then it's cold and it's like this milk is going into and you're like, oh, right? Like, bugs. I still have this little small bug. It likes flying in my face. Super annoying. But maybe that's the problem.
I think it's imagining the ice cream going right on the steak.
You know,
Yeah.
I feel like that would be a great video testing different unorthodox ice cream combos.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
Oh,
a
it
great
would be
video.
so disgusting at some points, but possibly really good at others.
Yeah, like like maybe salt and vinegar chips dipped in Oreo ice cream.
Oh, oh, that one sends a little bit of like repulsion because I know that one's gonna be.
I think it sounds phenomenal, honestly.
Oh, the vinegar throws me off. Like I love a good salt and vinegar chip,
In the Oreo
but in
though, dude, in the
Oreo,
Oreo ice cream.
oh, I don't know.
I also was thinking salt and vinegar and Oreo. I forgot, but there was another one that I was thinking of.
I'll throw one out that's I think there's some really nasty combos. Like imagine just taking a chip and trying it in different ice creams. I'm barbecue. That sounds disgusting. The fake cheddar
For most,
flavor that they have on chips. Oh
yes.
no.
Barbecue in any ice cream? Like what about chocolate ice cream?
And barbecue.
That could be
Okay,
good.
it sounds like I think this is why it's something is registering in my head. I think it's because barbecue sauce is brown and chocolate is brown. And so in my head I'm going like, yes, this is
But barbecue chips are red and
yeah.
orange.
But have you ever noticed barbecue sauce is
Mhm.
brown?
The real sauce is, yeah.
Yeah, they lie to
Mhm.
you with the chip. I don't know who thought that it had to be orange.
Yeah.
Somebody was lying.
Well, brown is one of the least appealing colors, or if not the least appealing.
But it looks good in a barbecue sauce. I've never looked at barbecue sauce and been like, "Oh, it's a brown liquid." I've been like, "Yummy, that's barbecue sauce."
But think about brown chips.
I'd eat it.
It's way less appealing. Red is like very inviting. Like let's see you have two bowls of chips on the table and they taste exactly the same. Which one are you going to want to grab? A bright orange chip or a brown chip? A dark brown chip?
That's a good point. But if I knew in my head and I was like, "That's the barbecue,"
Yeah.
and I wanted barbecue, I'd just grab the brown chip. I wouldn't care, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like at this point, if they were like, the
But
chip's
they're not making
brown
them for informed consumers. They're making them for consumers, period.
I guess you're right. Maybe it's to get them when they're young, you know? You see, like, the little kids, like,
That's true. Cheetos is
chip.
a great example.
Yeah. Except, I will say this. Here's what I don't get. The Takis. They made a blue kind of Taki, right? They went from red,
Yeah.
which is, like, just the nationally, like, agreed. That is, like, spicy. Red stands for
Right.
spicy, fire,
Mhm.
hot.
Yeah,
Blue.
yeah. And blue doesn't exist.
It's
in food.
not a chip. That's like blue raspberry or something like cool. But fun fact too, did you know that people put like blue lights in their fridge or blue lights around because apparently it makes you less hungry? Because back in the day, we would avoid things that are like bluish purple. We didn't like those colors because we basically were like, oh, that could be poisonous. And there's
Yeah.
still that registration in the brain that says, don't go for that. It's bad. And so blue is said to, like, in studies, suppress hunger a little bit. So people like try to put
Interesting.
them in places to try and avoid that. How is this working? Somehow the Takis, the power of the Takis and the association of like Taki good has just made people be like, I'm eating these.
Uh-huh.
Crazy, because I look at that and I'm like alarmed when I look at the blue Taki. I'm like, just keep them red. I've tried.
It is
them.
alarming.
It's
Yeah.
not right. It's like supposed to be like it's hot but cool. It's like what, like hot but after cool. Do you taste the cool aftertaste? What is that? What chemical is making it cool in my mouth? Hot and then cool. At least I can understand where the spice is coming from in a regular Taki. At least I can understand there's some pepper and probably extra chemicals too to
Just
just looks
color,
more
just
expensive.
coloring mostly. Yeah. Well, so I had this other ice cream combination that I used to do, which is cotton candy ice cream with chunks of cookie dough in it,
Oh,
and it
that
was
sounds crazy.
so fucking good. It was from Cold Stone. Cold Stone has like, they chop it up right in front of you, and damn, dude, that was killer.
See, that to me sounds like too much. Like I
It's
gotta
a
be honest with you,
sugar,
that to me
it's a
like
sugar explosion.
yeah, but that to me like that just sounds like it sounds like there's confliction in that. Like when I think about
No,
chocolate
no.
chip cookie dough and cotton candy, my brain
Oh,
goes like my brain's like no, and like there's something in my brain that goes and
I know, but it seems like you have that as a general disposition. And I'm telling you, this ice cream, I got it for years exclusively when I
it
went to
was
Cold Stone.
that good.
Yeah, so fucking good. Because they have this blue
Mm.
cotton candy ice cream that's just phenomenal by itself. And then, I'm a texture guy. The cookie dough chunks that they had in there really like once you got a chunk, it was like this feedback mechanism. Like, oh, I gotta go in again. Hopefully I get to scoop up one of those again, you know? And like cookie dough is just good by itself too.
It is, but the thing is that like in my problem is like the confliction, right? Because I love the texture of cookie dough, cotton candy ice cream. I can see it being good, or I think I might have had it before, but yeah, that's good. Like separate. I imagine like even in like regular, just chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream, you're digging in through the vanilla, you get one, you're like oh, and you do go back in. My problem is that when you hit cotton candy is on there. There's a cookie dough piece inside. When you bite down on the cookie dough piece and the flavor of like the chocolate cookie dough comes in, and then the cotton candy's in there, what's happening? Like, what is the flavor profile?
Well, it's like so you got to realize that ice cream has the underlying texture and savoriness of cream. So a base component of cookie dough is also uh it has a very warm and lingering effect. It's like the savoriness is present in both the ice cream and in the cookie dough. So that's there, just vanilla that. But the cotton candy has like this higher profile, more attacking flavor. It's almost as if it's just some other fruit, but the cotton candy has a specific twinge to it that is like this is beyond fruit. Like we have found out a combination of ingredients that makes this more inviting and pleasurable than fruit. Okay, you're at another echelon. You're eating this ice cream. So it's just a warm hug of the savoriness of all the ingredients, plus like beyond fruit, sugar, sensory explosion. It's just incredible.
Interesting. See, now that I'm thinking about it, if somebody took cookie dough, chocolate chip cookie dough, sliced up some little like fruits, threw them in, and then baked cookies. I don't know how this would turn out. I don't think I've seen anyone do it. Maybe like cranberries. I've seen like someone because they cook better. But I can imagine the sweet flavor working. It's just the cotton candy that's throwing me off. Maybe because cotton candy is made through like the spinning of sugar,
Yeah,
where
yeah,
they
yeah.
heat up and they go and it turns into fluff. And there's some cotton candies that just taste like sugar, like it's just pink sugar. That's where it's
Yeah,
throwing
no,
me off.
it has a taste for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's
But just imagine a chocolate chip cookie and then you spread raspberry jam on the top of it.
see, that sounds good.
That's what the ice cream is like, but it's cold.
Okay. I'm gonna have to try that.
Dude, it's really good.
Cold Stones are like going out of business too. Like I haven't
Are
seen many
they?
around anymore. Yeah, they're disappearing.
Mm-hmm.
I
It's
wonder
worth
what
it. It's like
happened.
blue ice cream. Well, the pandemic, probably.
Probably, yeah. Because you can't really deliver ice cream. But I wonder how, there's other ice cream brands, ice cream stores that managed to like weather the storm a little bit better. And the Cold
Mm-hmm.
Stones they've just fell apart. Even before the pandemic, I saw some of them like going, like just like no more Cold Stones around. It was like, what's going on here? That was it. Were they just like giving away too much goodies? Like, I wonder if they had like some good deals on those toppings that anyone could put anything into. I wonder if most people who go in were like, put everything in there.
Yeah, I don't know too much about their business model, but maybe the guy running it, he had he was a weird guy. Maybe he was weird and he was doing weird stuff, and he
Man,
lost sight of the business. You know?
that's why it tasted so good. Maybe that's. And then once like somebody realized it, but didn't want to like. He didn't want to ruin it for everybody else, but eventually word gets around, and maybe they just kind of started dying out or something.
I think it's not just about the business; it's about the owner and the manager, right? And
Yeah.
I think maybe he got into playing RuneScape or something, or he married a third wife. He's Mormon, and maybe now he has a lot more responsibilities at home.
See, that just translates to me that he was coming in the ice cream. That's
No,
just
no,
that's what that
no, he wasn't.
that's the connection that I
He,
think is being made with me.
well, think about the actual quantity that you would have to supply, though. Like
That's how
a large.
nobody would notice. It's a large. Think about it, a large batch.
I know, but think about how many cold stones there are.
He's probably very wealthy if he can fly around. Private jet.
Like
Wait on this order. What? We
just
have
in
to have this
Washington,
go out one more day. Just hold it for one more day. I'll be there tomorrow.
just in Washington, let's say there was 10 cold stones at one time. Just 10, it would be hard to supply for every single flavor of ice cream too, because I don't know, what do they have, like 20 or 25 flavors?
But see, they don't make it in the back. They like these ice creams are delivered from like a manufacturing facility. So what I'm saying is like he has one factory in each state. He's constantly
Okay.
flying around.
Okay, that's all he does?
Yep, that's his job. That's why the company is going under. It's
Because the FDA found out?
Yeah, well, and he doesn't spend any time running the business. His whole time is like he's flying from one state to the next state to the next state, and he's constantly calling.
Why can't he ship it?
It has to be fresh.
For every batch, though, dude, this sounds improbable.
I don't know.
For every batch.
Every batch.
He started a little gang of people. I think he ran out of. Once he got his third wife, he was like, I can't be the sole supplier. So he gathered a small team of people called the Batch Street Boys, and they were flying around, but it was a gang.
Yeah,
A gang
yeah.
of guys.
And then see, his main problem is once you start expanding the criminal organization, eventually, it comes back to bite you. Because then one of them got picked up off the streets. It's one of those mob situations. It's like, look, I'm not gay, but and they're like, wait a minute. We didn't ask you. It's did you
where
come
you went to college?
Yeah. What did you do to the ice cream? And eventually someone cracked. And the whole operation went up.
Yeah. I'm not gay, but I like to. I'm an ice cream.
I got paid.
My boss told me to do it.
You always have the one guy who's not saying anything. He's like, I'm not saying anything to you. Yeah, maybe I did, maybe I didn't.
You gotta ask my lawyer.
Look, I got a wife. I'm not doing this. We're having a kid next month.
Wasn't me. I don't know what you're talking about.
I feel like
I
we
just
haven't.
like some ice. I just like ice cream, okay?
I ain't saying I got a erectile dysfunction or anything, but
If I did, if I did have some dysfunction erectile,
this whole operation wouldn't be possible.
I wouldn't say nothing. I won't be saying nothing. So what I use fake jizz? It was fake. It was fake.
A little bit of glue never hurt nobody.
I made sure it was non-toxic. But glue.
My children could eat it.
My wife made me get a vasectomy. It was Elma's glue.
Ah. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to find one of those cold stones.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
they had a lot
down
of
down
good
here.
flavors.
Yeah. I also did. I've done a little bit of interior because last time you were saying that just that side even looked bad. Even I was agreeing. I was really pointing. It looks like I live in a shack. So I put a guitar right there.
Yes, I saw that. That's great.
Yeah. I don't think it help. It doesn't help very much. It doesn't seem like it's very. Some might say it looks out of place, but I just keep it there so that even intruders, if they come in through the door, it, like trips them up. I almost tripped on it even while I was setting up for the podcast.
Yeah, yeah, it looks good. I also didn't notice that barrel on that shelf behind you before.
Yeah, I do have a barrel. I realized like I thought that like off camera, I think it looks nice, but on camera, I gotta say I think that setup looks a little bit looks trashy. Doesn't look too good.
Yeah, that's okay. There's Is it okay what city I say you're in?
Yeah, I mean it's a big place. I'm living in LA now.
Yeah, yeah. So there on Hollywood Boulevard, there's a cold stone.
Oh,
Yeah,
I'll have to go. I'll report back. Maybe what I can
please.
do is I'll grab a bunch of different flavors of chips and a bunch of different flavors of ice cream. I'll do a culmination kind of thing. This bug's crazy. It's like if my eyes are like darting around the room, it's because I see it. It comes in and it flies around. It's just
Yeah,
It's like
yeah,
a little mini microscopic little guy.
yeah, that sucks. Yeah, they
Ah.
do the free samples. So maybe you could just be all super weird and say like, I know this is weird, but like, can I get like 6 samples? And then you can like put them all into a container and then try to rush home before they melt.
Ah,
And
yeah.
then you can have all the different flavors.
And then then I just spread it on a little bit of a chip and eat it.
Yes.
The thing
Mhm.
is that I think for things like vanilla and other like solid flavors, it's got to be a deep dive into like the multiple different chips. I think the main
Yes.
problem with this project, there's so many different chips flavors, but there's also so many different ice cream flavors.
Yeah, and they don't sell like a bag of chips that has like a bunch of different flavors in it, which maybe could be good. Like a variety
be.
chip bag. You need like a
Ooh,
variety chip bag.
I wonder if I know they have like this like Bigfoot chip. I don't know if other
Yeah,
people know what it is. It's like a Sasquatch
those are
on
good.
it. Yeah, and
Yeah,
it's
Tim
basically
Scripps
all the.
makes it.
Yeah, they throw all the flavors in.
It's
But
killer. That's just a really good flavor.
it is, but I don't think the chips are separate. It's almost like they threw all the seasonings in and it coated
Yeah.
all the chips.
Yeah, but I'm talking about like jalapeno chips, barbecue chips. There's this honey Dijon chip that I get that's from the Kettle brand. It's a yellow
Ooh.
bag. All 3 of those in one bag, and then it's just like, which one you gonna get?
which one are you gonna get?
Oh, and then scoop it with different ice creams. But the thing is I feel like for scientific purposes, I need to be able to have a chart and say plain
Yeah, yeah,
chip,
yeah.
vanilla, plain chip chocolate, plain, like, and then go through the different arrangements.
Yeah. I think you also got to you got to cover the bases on the basic flavors. Vanilla, chocolate. Ooh, mint chip is a pretty standard one. I don't know what else we could come up with. But also there's got to be some crazy ones. Like maybe a sorbet, like maybe so you can have a crazy chip flavor and a crazy ice cream and be able to interface those with the standard flavors of chips. Being I'm not a big fan of sour cream and onion, but there's that salt and vinegar, traditional jalapeno.
Yeah, Dijon mustard, got to get that one in there. That's going to be a
But is
weird
that a
one.
standard? But is that a standard?
Yeah, it's not a standard. I guess barbecue is more like that would be included
Yeah.
in the standard chips. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. Yeah. Ooh, they got dill pickle in the kettle brand too. Those are great.
But see, that's not really standard either. That's
No. But I'm pivoting on to ones that might be what does a dill pickle and chocolate ice cream taste like?
oh,
Could be great.
oh
Because
no,
the dill pickle is really vinegary. It's like a salt and vinegar chip.
but
I'm not thinking of a pickle dipped in chocolate. I'm thinking about the pickle chips, which are they kind of taste like pickles, but it's very, very salty, very, very vinegary.
it's the dill part that I think is gonna really have some problems in the combating of the ice cream. There's also, I can't remember. I saw somebody do this because people say they like people do weird things with pickles.
Yeah.
Weird things when it comes to food. Like some people are like, I just love my pickles and Nutella. I just can't get enough of it. And it's like, what? And then someone else will try it, and then they're they're like, this is terrible. It's like the different palates, I guess. Some people just crave
peanut butter and pickle sandwiches. I heard recently.
Oh, no, that maybe that I can.
You don't know peanut butter, but it's it's not for me.
Yeah, it sounds weird, but I can see it more than a little fly. I can see it more than chocolate in a pickle or Nutella in a pickle.
Yeah, Nutella is hazelnut flavor, which I'm not the biggest fan of.
Yeah, and it's the chocolate. Like I can see the nuts. No, nuts and pickles, I don't know, still just rubs me the wrong way. There's a reason why they don't have dill pickle almonds or something like that, or dill pickle cashews.
Yeah, but maybe we could make them. Yeah, I think you got to make sure that the ice cream is the right consistency because you don't want the chips breaking off when you're scooping. You don't want the chips breaking.
You have to let it sit.
You might break it off, and then now you're trying to scoop again, and now you're getting a barbecue chip when you're trying a sour cream and onion chip.
Or you get a little scooper, and you go, and you spread it like butter, because like we're saying, dessert butter.
Yeah, that's way better. But it is kind of fun to think about scooping a dill pickle into some raspberry sorbet.
Oh, I feel like pickles don't go with anything ice cream related or anything like dessert related. There's something wrong about it. Like dill pickle just belongs on a sandwich with fried food, with just other things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tuna sandwich.
And some kind of a burger sauce or some kind of just a sauce. People put pickle juice, or they chop up pickles and they throw them in. It's a savory element. Even dill on salmon. Love that. It's great spice addition on salmon. I wouldn't put a pickle on there. Maybe on a salmon burger. Now you could do it on a salmon burger, I guess.
Ooh, that could work. Yeah. Pickle sauce. Yeah.
It's kind of crazy that I would eat a dill pickle sliced up on like a salmon burger if someone like had like the salmon, lettuce, tomato, some kind of a sauce. Maybe it's a tartar sauce, I don't know, on like a brioche bun, and then someone put pickles on there. I'd eat the pickles with the salmon. But if someone cooked me a salmon and had a side of rice and then had a pickle just that they slapped on the side of my plate, I think I'd be like, that doesn't go. That's not right. But it would.
Yeah.
It does technically go with the salmon. It's not like the
I think
flavors are
I
bad.
think if there
but-
was sauce, I think if there was sauce on the salmon, and then you had the pickle little slabs, like shaped like a coin, if you had those all warmed up and cooked with the salmon, I think it could work. Just cold pickles on a salmon fillet doesn't sound right. But if it's the same temperature, I think it will work.
I think it might work, but I still
It's
feel
like
like
a
I'd
tuna
be
sandwich.
tempted to just like,
It's like a tuna sandwich on a plate.
yeah. But I don't like the idea of a pickle like, because you notice how pickles, they're never like warmed up. Like they're never like, let me cook this up on the grill, this pickle for you. And they
Yeah.
slap some pickles down and grill them up with something. I feel like I'd pick them off, and they probably wouldn't even come off. They just fall. It would be like, oh, it's like a cooked squash or something.
No, it's not cooked fully with there, but it's like a couple minutes before, like the tin foils around the salmon. They've diced them. They put them on just to warm it up. It's
Mm,
not like falling apart,
okay.
but it's warm.
I feel like I still might like just
No,
throw them. Yeah.
no.
Like, you know that game where you like throw a like sliced pickle and it sticks, and whoever sticks the longest wins.
Yeah.
That would be just like, or I'd save
Yeah.
them. You could, if someone gave me some bread, I could like make a little sandwich.
Yeah, pickles. Yeah, so what would be like the overall theme though of the taste test? Like, are you rating them? Like, what has the highest rating? Or
Oh, that's a
You
good
know.
point. I could make a tier list.
yeah,
The only problem is that I don't know if this is an idea that many people like are looking for. Like, I wonder like if someone saw like a thumbnail of like somebody like with like a chip and like ice cream and like ice cream and chip. Like I wonder if people would be like, oh, and they'd scroll past it
think-
really fast.
I think it's very interesting.
Me too. Even just thinking about, I don't think people's minds will go to like, because everyone's like fries and milkshake, right? Everyone's like, oh, chips dipped in chocolate. Nobody's head goes to chip dipped in ice cream. In fact, they don't even go to chip, which is basically just a more crispy French fry
Mhm.
dipped in a shake. They don't go there. Need to plant it into their head and be like, French fry milkshake, chip ice cream. Think about it.
Yeah, I think it's just very appealing, and you would want to make sure you knew what the budget was for this, because if you buy too many ice creams and too many bags of chips, it's an expensive little video.
And I could get fat.
But you're just
Well, that's say I have like 10 ice creams in the freezer.
oh yeah, if they're lingering.
Yeah,
You
and
get
then they
smaller.
start to go back. Like, I see the expiration date is coming soon,
Oh,
and I'm like,
You can get away with part of that by getting a small container of Neapolitan ice cream as one of the containers you buy, because that
True.
contains 3 flavors in one.
I'd have to extract very carefully.
It's just
True.
like this. You would be able to.
Okay, yeah, just get a little bit from each side. True. That does take care of 3 flavors right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'd
Yep.
have to come up with like, because like the most basic flavors have to be included: vanilla, chocolate, strawberry. Right? 3 basic flavors. They're 3 basic shake flavors. Right? You have that in
Yeah.
shakes around the world.
Mm-hmm.
Then you got to go into maybe some Oreo territory.
Mhm.
Oreo shakes. Got those everywhere. Cookies
Oreo,
and cream.
cookie dough, mint chocolate chip.
Exactly.
I think with those three, that's probably enough.
I think so too. Those are like the basic ice cream flavors. And
Maybe
then I
just
do
get a
basic chip.
seventh raspberry sorbet or some mango sorbet.
Oh yeah, some kind of sorbet. That would be good too. Maybe a lemon, really to like get something
Ooh.
really strange going in.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ooh, lemon with barbecue chip.
Oh. I could see it actually cuz I mean like think about it. People like barbecue stuff all the time and then they're like put a little lemon on that.
Yeah, sour it up.
Yeah, even on Thai food. Like I got some recently a little like a little Thai dish and they always put a little lime. Yeah, and it's a lime oddly enough, but you put a little lime and it's very good.
Okay, so you can get lemon sorbet for $5. You can get cookie dough ice cream for $4.
Mm.
That's $9. Neopal. What about chip flavors that you gotta get?
Oh, we got to get the plain chip. That's a must. The plain chip would have
Yeah,
to be in every
like go
single.
for like Lay's or like Tim's original.
Oh, that's a good question. We might need a hearty chip because if you think about it,
Lay's
it
is
has
out.
to be dipped. Yeah, I think Lay's is out, but Lay's is a classic chip. I wonder what
Yeah, but
one is
so is
resonates more
Tim's.
with the public. True, Tim's is. Same with Kettle.
Uh, yeah, Kettle. I think Lay's is more ubiquitous if you're gonna be doing the scoop and spread method, but it still might break the. They're pretty thin.
Yeah, they are. It would be funny at one point to just take a bunch of Lay's and then into the and just eat.
It would be funny to get a bag of Lay's chips and like shit on the Lay's brand and not use it as part of the
Yeah, I'll keep
experiment.
trying. I'll keep trying to dig some out and keep breaking it. Yeah, yeah,
Fuck it. Fuck these chips.
yeah. Because you know what's crazy even to me, I can't believe that Lay's are so established in the market of the chip. Everyone
Yeah.
is like Lay's chips, Lay's chips. Everywhere there's Lay's chips. But my question is always, okay, who has tried Lay's and has tried Kettle? Who would be like, I just like the Lay's chips? Who says that?
I think it just
The thicker
I don't
chip
know.
is better.
They're sold it's part of Frito Lay. So we have Fritos, Doritos, Cheetos, all a part of the same brand. So they just keep the regular chip in there to compete with the other chips, but it's not the staple is like Cheetos and Doritos, you know? Like Doritos is way different. It's like it's lit, dude. Doritos are on fire.
Yeah, that's where I think their most like highly prized products lie. But at the same time, what is with like this a Lay's chip? What's up with that? What's up with people like going to the grocery store and being like plain Lay's chips, these thin little chips? There's so many other options. If you're feeling for like something more potatoy, fake potatoy kind of in a way, but thin, there's Pringles and the iconic thing. That's unique in some aspect.
Right.
If you want a better chip that just feels like a crunchier chip, better in every way, you can get Kettle chips. You can get Tim's chips. You can get there's a tons of brands of chips that exist now. You know what I mean? There's even other companies that do the thin chip, and I would argue do it in a way that's even better because at least it's not so thin. It's like
Yeah, Tim's makes thin chips that like extra thin or something.
yeah, and even they hold up better. Lay's though, it's not even like it's like a how would I rice paper. Crisped up rice paper is what it is.
Yeah. There is ooh. Yeah, there's a lot of different variety packs of chips that I found, which is pretty nice because I thought we were gonna have to buy like those big bags of chips and like you would have to become fat.
Yeah.
But there's some packs in here that are just a variety pack, just one bag of each kind of chip.
Okay, interesting.
Like this one, it's 50 different bags of chips for $58. So $1 per bag. And we have dude, we got a lot of stuff on here. Let me share my screen.
Okay. Let me move to the share screen thing. Tell me when
Uh-huh.
Okay, we're going. It never works in time anyways. It never, the transition never fully. At least this works though. The transition, like once it's done, we are in the right spot.
Good.
But look at that.
Yeah, so we got all the Kettle brands. We got even different kinds of popcorn, Pirate Booty, Takis, even green Takis. I didn't even know those existed.
Green
Nacho
Takis.
Nacho Takis. Yeah, they're called zombie Takis. So we go over
Zombie
here.
Takis.
Zaps. I don't even know what those are. Just imagine Cracker Jacks,
Oh, pretzels.
pretzels, sourdough nibblers, hippies, and then we got these veggie guys too.
Oh, little veggie puffs. Yeah. Oh, I think I've had the veggie straws before.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that's crazy how many like different snacks they fit into this snack pack.
Yeah, it's fucking wild. They got pop chips, which are kind of like Pringles. We got these Cape Cod chips, which are just another brand than the kettle chips, but the same flavors.
You
See,
know
that's the
they've
thing.
made this. They made this pack for YouTubers to do a chip tier list.
Yeah.
That's what it feels like. This is the pack. Like, I don't think any person on planet Earth, maybe somebody would be like, I just want to try it, or I just want the maximum variety of snackage in my house. Maybe there's somebody
Yeah.
who's like that. But when I'm looking at this, I'm like, that's built for YouTubers.
Yeah. No, it is. And $50 might be a little too much.
Yeah, that is a little pricey. That's why I'm even thinking it's for YouTubers. Like, I feel like most normal people would be like, what? Why am I doing this? A YouTuber
like,
would be like, I'm buying it.
See, we could get like we kind of were thinking about doing it with making fun of Lay's thin chips. You can get like a variety pack of 6 for pretty cheap of the Lay's variety. You know?
Yeah. If I'm missing anything too, I can always just buy a bag of the other chip that's missing
Right.
in a smaller pack.
Right.
Because, yeah, it might not be like, I mean, I feel like you got to test Doritos, Cheetos. Those might be some, even though I bet you that's going to be just disgusting.
Yeah. This is pretty comprehensive.
Hey, did you come into the the stream?
There's a person?
Yeah, well, there used to be. Someone came in and then left.
Fuck. For how long?
We didn't catch them. I don't know. And they didn't say anything in chat. See, I never know if like average. Oh, it was 3 seconds. So they walked in and like maybe that's when I was saying that the owner of Cold Stone comes in the ice cream. Might have just come in real quick and then left. So yeah, no, they definitely wouldn't have said anything in chat. I was just thinking like I did an IRL live stream once and there was people who went in the chat who were friends of someone who I was traveling with. And they would say things in the chat, and this was on Twitch, and I never saw like half the messages. They just didn't show up. And then later I found them when I went back and watched the VOD, and I was like, damn it, I wasn't able to respond. and interact. So I'm always watching out
Trying
for it.
trying to catch them.
Yeah.
What about this pack? What about this pack? It's got some cookies on there actually too.
Oh, actually, that would be good in ice cream, but that's too
Yeah.
good. I feel like that violates the sanctity of the experiment.
Okay. Yeah, that one's 25.
There's one
Ooh,
that's
this one-
just cheese sun chips.
This one could be pretty crazy. There's too much candy in this one actually.
Yeah, I think so too.
this is the cookie one I was just looking at.
At that point, I feel like the whole it would just be mixing unorthodox snacks together. Tier list.
Ooh, this one's called Healthy Snacks.
Chex Mix is not a healthy snack. That is such
It might be healthier than something.
maybe. I guess in relation to other things, yeah.
There's some of these that would be good, but you're gonna end up with like a lot of bags of chips.
Yeah.
28 bags.
Maybe I
just
can
want
I
one-
can give them away. Luckily, I
I
have
guess.
like roommates. I can just be like, if you want some, take
Yeah.
some.
I think this might be the one to do.
I think so
$10.
too. Yeah.
6 bags of chips.
I think that is the way to go. Yeah, and then just buy the rest of the ingredients that are needed.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, Ruffles. Interesting. Cool, I'm coming off.
All right. Switching over. We might as well not even have it kind of makes me laugh that there's like a fade, right? As if like it's supposed to like hide part of it, and then it just switches and it fades and it doesn't even matter.
Yeah. It's funny though.
It's good.
Yeah, dude, I'd put $20 into making that happen.
All right. Well, I'd want to wait for you to then. I know you can't eat a lot of the products, but I'd want to wait for you at least to.
We could
To
do
be here
it
then.
together.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
Like when we hang out next.
Exactly. That's what. Well, I guess yeah. We could just do it for the stream. I suppose that could be.
We could do it for the stream, or like when I come down there, or for when you come up here, we could do it.
I think in person would be better. I
Yeah.
think yeah.
Yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm
And I
thinking.
can be like your butler or something.
Oh yeah, serve up the little like ice creams. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you just tell me what to do.
Or I'll have you like surprise. We'll plan it out, and then I'll have you like. I'll be like a tortured guest at a restaurant.
Oh, I'm like forcing you to eat it?
Yeah, like I walked into this restaurant, I sat down, and I'm trying these different strange combinations.
Yes. Okay. Yeah, we'll keep thinking about it.
And I gotta find that Cold Stone, Hollywood Boulevard.
Yep. It's on the east side of Hollywood.
What celebrity likes ice cream a lot?
Probably a fat one.
Yeah, maybe I'll see Tim Allen as just a reference back. I'll see Tim Allen there, and he'll be dressed as Santa Claus, and we'll make home improvements.
Are you trying to get like the algorithm to do something?
No, I just thought that I should just include the title because I just realized Tim Allen isn't really a feature
Yeah, he's fat.
in this episode.
Kinda.
The small improvements was just a joke. That the biggest improvement I've made since the last episode is putting a guitar in the center of my house.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair, I did bring in the guitar stands because I had those sitting in my car for a little while, and I
That's good.
finally. I need to put shelves up over there. I need to like. I want to turn this into like a kitchen space. I want to separate things off, but right now that's the best advancement I've made.
Yeah. Yeah. My advancement. Oh, did I tell you I turned my couch? We were doing this stuff for the massage table with the vibrating elements underneath it.
Yeah.
Did I tell you I put it on my couch?
No. How did you attach them underneath the how'd you screw them into the couch?
I mean, just the frame of the couch is made out of wood, so I just screwed it in.
Ah. How did it work out?
It's great. It's awesome.
Better than the massage table?
Oh yeah, significantly better. I got 4, so I had 4 of them, so they're all on my couch right now.
Dang.
Yeah, it's great.
I'm sure with 4 of them too, that's really gotta like the spread has to be a lot larger on there, right?
Yeah, no, dude, it is really good. And I was just thinking of a way to make it so I can put the headphones on too. I didn't put it together that I could do that, but I definitely can with the headphones.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. Should we sign off for this episode?
Sure.
It's been a good one. We've been discussing. We got chips, ice cream, weird owner at Cold Stone, food combos.
I never came in the ice cream.
I don't
My
know
wife-
what you're doing.
My wife made me get a vasectomy. What you gonna do?
Look, even if I did, I don't got any STDs. I'm clean. I ain't doing nothing to nobody.
I didn't say that I did, or I didn't say that I didn't do it. But if I did, I got tested.
Look, women eat the ice cream too. Doesn't mean I'm gay if I'm putting that in the ice cream every now and then. Not saying that I did, but even if I did, you could never prove it.
Hey, I'm not saying I'm gay. I never put my dick in the ice cream.
DNA test me. I'm not the father.
I never penetrated. It wasn't me. You know what they say? No penetration, no court case.
No penetration, no meditation, no mitigation, litigation.
Yes. No penetration, no litigation. See my lawyer.
And we will see you guys in
The comments.
the next. Oh wait. Okay. Now it's working.
In the comments.
In the comments. And to that one guy, just before we leave, to that one guy, stay a
You
little
know what
longer
his
next time. Actually, did
you
you
know
know
his
that person stayed for 13 seconds?
Oh shit.
It
Not just
increased.
3.
I don't know if our analytics are malfunctioning. Maybe he stayed for longer. Maybe
Yeah.
he's still in here and we're just not seeing it. It says 0 concurrent viewers.
Crazy.
Say something in chat next time. You know?
Yeah. I'm not saying I did it. All right. We'll see y'all later.
We'll see you in the next one.